turned me around. Used to think I was nothing, but look at this love we found.
Hello everyone, welcome to round 6 of the Diamond Series here at the Coda circuit in the USA. I'm riding solo currently, as we may have now developed a pattern. It takes a little while for Roscoe's PS4 to play friendly, but that's alright, we will soldier on. So news or catch-ups. We're missing 2 drivers who are available to race due to race bans. Those will be apparent to everyone who saw those incidents on the safety car last week. So that's why we have a slightly lighter field. I think there'll be a few joining during qualifying as well. But as I get all these up and going, send your expectations for tonight in the chat and I'll read through them when I get a chance. Tyre strategy, honestly not too sure again, but it seems to be that it's medium soft or medium hard or soft hard, sorry, at most circuits. So I'm going to guess soft medium, as the majority seem to be going out on the soft tyre. And well, ironically, we'll go on board with the American at his home circuit, hopefully going to have a good race for him. Our championship leader also still in the pits, Mr. SD Big Chich. The obligatory banana cake pies in the chat, and Tim Ant Banana just lost. I'm assuming that would be the game, as everyone in the chat's just lost the game, so enjoy that. And as you can see, KD looking up even on his outlap through that super awkward section towards the start of the third sector. It is an extremely awkward corner, multiple lines to take. I think we'll actually go on board for KD's whole first lap. Maybe I can talk you through a lap. Short shift out of the final corner of the DRS activation straight away up the steep incline into an awkward turn 1 that comes back on itself. It doesn't clip the apex, a little bit wide there. Keeps the car flat through there, easy in a Formula 1 car, and through here. A little lift, double lift actually, stays in 7th. Has to take 2 stabs at the steering wheel, doesn't get it right, obviously goes purple to the first sector. Looks like a very, very controlled banker lap into the middle sector through the second DRS section. This is probably where we'll see most of the overtaking tonight. Down into the sun, which in qualifying is horrendous in cockpit. At the 50 metre board, brake, clip the apex. It does clip the apex this time. And then through the awkward section of the track, very cumbersome. The car never seems to quite turn in the way you want. And look at the tyre, the left front fighting to stop. And easily flat through the triple right-hander. And just a small lift. Nails the second to last corner, and the last corner also a short shift again to the DRS, and we'll go to the line with a 31.2, so it's ended up being a pretty decent time actually, although there's definitely more time for KD to find. Go a bit further back here, Banana sets a 35.1, so Banana not having a good lap. 33.4 from Jay Schick. We'll have a look at Stone Towel. coming through the final sector. And Jashik retires at the end of turn 1. As Bodhod also set a 33. We'll have a look, see if we can find where it is. It's on the inside in there, so he's... I'm not sure how he's managed that. Maybe on the outside curve he's got a little happy and it's flicked into the inside, but that'll be doors for Jashik. As Tim Ant sets a 31.6, so now we're getting a bit more competitive times. Our championship leader Chich with a 31.66 and BK with a 31.64, so extremely close from 4th to 2nd. But Rock with an excellent time on the mediums with 32.9, and curving destroys that. As I've just said, it's an excellent time and does a 32.2. So curving is starting to find his feet with these limit or lack of assists, and he's starting to become a championship contender for sure. Bodhod again not having an excellent qualifying so far, down in 7th. Really is struggling to find the groove currently. And having a quick now look around. Donga might be on his lap, but looks like most people are on their in laps. And everyone seems to struggle with that last corner with that left front. Left front getting a hammering around here, and it's a 32.4, so Donga actually with a fantastic lap right behind curving. That'll do him nicely. And we've got False still in the pit lane, can't do crap at the end. I think that'll be his lap with a 33.1. I think Alcatraz will be the last person to set a lap, as False is also on his out lap, so have a watch here of the former yellow champion. Again, that left front getting a hammering. Everyone seems to lock it up. I think everyone's running that 100% brake pressure here and maybe regretting it already. Oh, gets it all crossed up on the gas, but does actually a pretty good job. Gets crossed up again, so it's Cider getting away from it at the moment. And mid-corner understeer, gets away with it, no extension. And he'll come across the line, and it will be a 33.8. So yeah, a lot of time to be found there. Go back to False, who's on an outlap with a lot of traffic. A lot of traffic indeed. Right on board with another one of our drivers. As Mr. Roscoe's joined the session, so hopefully he'll be having an input soon. Foles does a very good job up through turn 1 and 2. Now he's going to have a bit of traffic on the left hand side. Even if it's not in the way, got to stay focused. This is very nice through the first sector, balanced. Hitting all the turn-ins. Elects to stay in 4th. Very smart move. Kill the wheel spin through that awkward corner. And kisses that curb. This is a lot better than a lot of the laps we've been on board with. Not fighting the car. Brakes not screeching. Come down here, we'll see if his left tyre is, or front left is struggling. There's a little squeak, but it's a lot better than everyone else. This could be a really good lap. Purple middle sector. Trust it when we see it. how's he go through the double left-hander? Takes a very wide line, kisses the apex, good throttle application. Easily flat as everyone else has been. Double downshift, kiss the curb, and find your turn-in point with the sun. And it's a very, very clean lap. That's a very good lap. It's a 31.8, so not an elite top time, but right there in the mix. As everyone's trying to get out of the way. See who's on the lap. So we've got Tim Ann on the lap. He was very, very, very close to his time before, so we may have a quick watch of this. Snag of the lock up in front, as we've seen everyone doing. Rolls, almost rolls through that corner. Very interesting approach, but he is purple. And it's pole. He's taken a 4/10 advantage on his last time, and he goes straight to pole with 31.1. So, best believe it, we're going to see a 30 tonight in Diamond. Looks like KD's validated. What about Chich? Throttle application, and it goes pole. There you go, 30.7, and I apologise to Curving for missing that because I was watching the onboard so attentively. Curving goes P2 with a 30.9, but as you can see, Chich purple with a 30.7, so we're already into the 30s. Is a 29 off the cards? I would find it incredible if someone is, as Chich does a bit of illegalness, cutting yeses. Turn away from that.
As I join, hello everybody, by the way.
Well,
thank you, Tal, for saving me, as always. I think my internet's just slow and it takes forever to just get into the lobby. It took me about, I don't know, 7 goes to actually finally get in the lobby, but I'm here.
Yeah, typical suspects up towards the front of the grid. You haven't missed too much. Yeah, I think we're going to have a very, very close shootout for pole at the moment.
Very close indeed. Not quite, yeah, nearly 0.2 of a second between Chich and Curving Texas. This will be good for Chich after his DNF last week in Abu Dhabi.
Yep. Yeah, and championship-wise, it's really close now. I think, actually, off the top of my head, I think Tim Ant takes the lead by a point. We'll go to that after the end of qualifying. We'll have a look. But Rock on the medium still, so Rock's convinced that he's going to get in on the mediums. Look around the grid.
I just saw Banana Josh as well, just have this look like he spun coming out of the penultimate corner, turn 19. And he has front wing damage as well. Oh, he had front wing damage as well, so not sure what's happened to him there, but Smeggy, I think, he's just got himself up in the 6th spot, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I think he has. So, Racing Points are actually doing very well this weekend by the look of it. They're P5 and 6. I expect...
Oh, Alcatraz.
He jumped up, he has.
7th spot, just in between Smeg and Stone Tau.
Yeah. It is really close from 3rd to... I mean, even to 10th, it's under a second.
Yep, spot on there. As who else is on a lap here?
So I've got Banana. And he's invalidated, so good O for him. I think Smeg might be on one.
I'd be doubtful with the ZRS and 0, so...
That's also true.
Yes. Let's have a look. Can't do crap. He might be on a fly here. Currently 15th. Got really no one around here. Plenty of fresh air. It locks it up going to turn 12.
Seems to be the theme of the session. Left front getting an absolute torturing everywhere.
Yep. A little bit of a locked up there into turn 15. Those are the tricky corners around this track. Now through very long right-hander. It's not a great penultimate corner. I think he was on the improve. Let's see where this puts him. He is in 15th and goes to 12th with a 32.296.
A lot of time to be found there as well, so I think he'll put himself well into the top 10 if he gets it all together.
Thing is, though, does he have enough time?
Yeah.
Under 3 minutes to go. Does he have enough time to get in and get out quick?
Yeah, and he's got no fuel, so that might be actually it for him.
Yeah. He'll be starting outside possibly the top 10.
Yeah, as I flick to the American in 4th, who looks like he's 3/10 up. And this will probably be, again, his penultimate lap. We'll have a look as he comes around the final corner. And he does.
Pole.
Yep, there you go. He's pole with a 30.6. So that'll be the new target, but I have a funny feeling Chich curving, and that will chase that down very quickly.
Very much so. They've just had a switch around. They're very close to each other on the racetrack, these two, both Chich and Kovic, Texas.
Yeah. Looks like the next two, well, the only other two people on laps are Donga and BK, and they're right next to each other. So follow along. Possibly Donga from behind even. Donga might even be getting a bit of a tow here, actually.
Yeah, that might be actually helping him here. He's in 14th as well, so this will maybe vault him up here.
Yeah, and I think BK's on a pretty decent lap too. It says
Yep.
it's 1.3 seconds up, so this is at least a much better lap than what he's done.
Yep. See how he goes through this right-hander. Not too bad, keeping it nice and close. It's a nice run through there, not running it out too wide. We've got to keep an eye on Donga as well, see if he does improve. Here comes BK to the line, and second spot. And Donga to the top.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, Donga's lap looked better than BK's, so that is excellent lap from the Ferrari man. We'll go down the field. So KD's done, Donga will be done, BK will obviously be done. How about championship leader in 4th, Chich? Alcatraz parked on the exit in a very awkward spot.
Hot into 6th spot there.
Oof. So Renault finally getting it together. So we've got Chich behind curving. Follow curving.
Oh, yes.
And Alcatraz
There's Alcatraz. What's happened
disqualified.
there?
He's trying to get out of the way and he's been disqualified. Hopefully
Oh,
his car
dear.
will get in the way.
So let's see. Curving Texas first. As he...
Slows it down.
Yeah. Chich went to 3rd, I think, in that.
Yeah, he has been jumped. Not sure what curving did there. Bizarre one.
That was very, very interesting there.
Looks like Bodhod's having another crack, but I don't think he'll have enough battery. What about Tim out? He's a 10th up. Gets a little wide.
He
on the
ran
last.
wide. He went to 4th and Tower to 6th.
Yeah. So curving and Bodhod are tumbling here. I expect them to be right up the front.
Banana Josh puts himself in 9th place. Who else we got on a lap? Is BK doing another? No, he's not. Shouldn't have seen it for Donga. Who is actually on? Oh, Bodhod, where are you going?
Oh, Bodhod has got it all wrong, as we saw.
Yep.
Yeah. I think Smeg and False will be the last two across. Maybe the Rock as well.
Yeah, I think we go the Rock first.
Yep.
Looks like he's kept that pretty clean. in the final corner. He's in 13th and jumps to 7th. Smeg does not improve and stays 11th. Actually, take that back. False equation jumps him for 11th spot.
Yep. So very tight in the end. We've got a pole with a 30.4, followed by second with 30.6, third to 30.6, 30.6 for fourth. Yeah, it's very. I mean, we've got a 6th, 10th gap from first to 8th. Not to mention another 3/10 back to 12th. And Banana
Yeah, it's pretty close.
even getting pretty decently close. And Banana and Country Crab having their little battle between each other. Schick dropped it on the exit last turn, or the first turn. Not sure how that's happened, and Alcatraz has had a one to forget. Not only slow, but being disqualified. Looks like we're waiting on Curving and Bodhod's cars.
Slowly but surely making his way back to the pit lane here is Curving. I think I've run the minimum amount of fuel here, and I think he was absolutely out of fuel. Yep, I can see that actually now. So.
Press retire soon.
Otherwise, we'll be waiting another 30 seconds until the actual timer runs out.
While that happens, we might even go to the standings for a little bit. So,
No, never mind.
It's right back. So, hold on that. So, first place, Donga with a surprising pole, it has to be said. Nearly 2/10 clear of KD, the American, going strong at home. Championship leader Chich, second in the championship and championship leader, third and fourth, so second row would be explosive. BK in fifth with Stone Towel. Hopefully they get into the fence. Rock with an interesting flag choice, it has to be said, in seventh. Curving in eighth, he'll be very disappointed with that. Bodhod again, not having a good one, and I believe Banana Josh would round out your 10.
Yep.
And while we go across, I will get up your standings. As you can see, a bit different today, or it will be going forward. So as you can see through the middle, we have our form guide, and you can see it's been all chitch up until the last race, and unfortunately I have realised that I have got the wrong photo, so I'm clowning myself now because I'm missing Abu Dhabi.
Oh no.
So, never mind that. I can tell you though, without that Tim Ant does lead the championship by 1 point, followed by Chich. I'm not taking blame for that actually. Someone set me up by sending me the wrong one there, but that's fine. I'll take that on the chin. But yes, the championship lead has changed. That is the most important part. And I think honestly Chich will be really disappointed because honestly he's been so dominant, and the fact he isn't in the lead is probably a bit frightening for him. Tim Ant's he has been super consistent in second, but yeah, he's interestingly in the championship lead. Server Knight says I'm quiet. Yeah, I'll turn myself up. That could be because my mic's 10 meters from my mouth.
Yes, as it always is. Righto. Set off full deformation lap. Let's have a look at the tyre strategy. Okay, interesting.
So everyone's soft. Okay, so there must be an absolute ultimate strategy then, for sure. It must be soft medium.
Yeah,
Just a guess.
it is. Very weird. Well, the AWS graphics says soft to hard for me. For everyone on the softs. Hang on. No, I missed it. So, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it tends to be a very undercutty circuit, this one. Last year I remember vividly that the undercut would just find you 3 seconds-ish a lap. So I expect to see everyone jump in the same time, follow the leader. But this will be interesting. The front of this grid is, how should we say, aggressive at the very least. These two are not exactly the most patient drivers. So Chich and Tim Ant may want to just consider holding station.
Yeah. You do not want to be doing anything silly, especially on lap 1 of this race.
team-wise, we got, yeah, I mean, look at that, the top of the front. Actually, I think, is that everyone but one manufacturer is represented in the top 10? As the AWS graphic does come up. Yeah, soft, medium, or soft, hard. So we'll just disregard that graphic. I think that'll be completely useless compared to what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, apparently when I was on Banana at when the AWS graphic came up, and he's starting on mediums, and yet it told me that he was going soft to medium. So I don't understand that. That is very glitched up there, but you should be doing the opposite strategy, mediums to softs. That'd be the case.
Yeah, strap in. This is going to be, I have a feeling, a very eventful race. You got your two championship leaders next, but I have a feeling this front of the grid is going to get absolutely ridiculous for the first 2 laps. Do not be surprised if there is a safety car.
Did not be surprised, no, at all, no. I think we had a few in the yellow tier last night, I think, from memory. I don't actually can't remember. All right, so everyone lining up as we're waiting on the last car, that being Alcatraz. We should be all ready up to go. So Donga on the pole, ahead of the American in the American car. Well, the 5 lights are on, and away we go. Look like a pretty even start. Actually, KD might actually have to jump here on Donga into turn 1. Here we go, very few cars going side by side. Oh, don't go 3 wide. Oh, there's a Red Bull going sideways there. It'll be curving Texas because he's the only Red Bull there. But it is KD that takes the lead. So we come through to the S section here.
Oh, we've got a few.
There's already chaos in the background. I can see a McLaren and a Williams, I think, may have come together. I think there's a virtual safety car has already been deployed.
Yeah.
You can see Banana's got no, Banana Josh, that is, has got no front wing, I think, on his McLaren.
No, and I think the rocks also come together. Actually, he's got no damage, so he's lucked out there. Someone else lost a wing. I swear there was 2 flying around.
Let's have a quick look here. I'm just seeing if there's any wing damage. Doesn't look to be. No, seems all pretty good there. So I don't know why Banana's trying to get by the rock there on the virtual safety car.
And AWS coming up with a soft medium strategy now, so they've completely changed on a dime. They're always interesting.
This will be back racing, and I think Katie's nailed this. There's cars in the background already. I think Bonhon may have been one of them. I couldn't actually tell. Alcatraz looks like he's got damage on his front wing as well. No, sorry, I'll take that back. Can't do crap. My apologies. As Alcatraz is trying to get past the other Haas car, and I think Can't Do Crap's just pulled off to the side there and thought better of it.
Yeah.
Very nice call there for him.
Flick back towards the front. The American, he's nearly dashed. It's 1 second almost.
Yep. So Timat in third as the graphic always starts playing up as this lap. So
incredible
scenes.
scenes.
Alcatraz is in the lead ahead of Banana on my screen.
Yeah.
Just give it about half a lap, ladies and gentlemen. It'll take a bit of time as Banana Josh comes into the pit lane. No surprise. I would assume he'd be going to hards for the rest of the race.
Yep. We'll have a quick look in pit lane. Looks like a set of softs. So interesting decision.
Okay.
But
as I think the graphic has fixed itself up now, so we're back to KD in the lead ahead of Donga, 7/10 of a second, and pretty even back to Timant, maybe a little bit further back than Chich as yellow flags.
ooh, that's a car stopped.
That's Can't Do Crap that's just doing donuts at the moment in the other Haas car. So one Haas car's doing well, and the other's not doing incredibly well. It's BK and Stonetown switching positions here. Stonetown did get the move, but BK's not giving up hope yet, and Curving Texas is keeping a watchful eye here. Might send it down the inside. Well, it will. Nearly takes the AlphaTauri.
Oh, gee, that's really lucky by all three that didn't end poorly. And also, we should actually note, Tim Ant's got the jump on Chich in third, so
yep.
Yeah, championship complications there.
Well, they'll gain him a few more points, so Chich has got to make a few inroads here. So begin lap 3, so DRS should be enabled. There's 1.1 seconds between KD and Donga, and Tima's just near or thereabouts there, so should get the DRS as Banana and the Rock are battling into turn 1. And I think the Rock will hang on for the time being in 12th.
And I think Donga did definitely benefit from a bit of a tow. I think you'll see him get dispatched pretty quickly.
Yep. Everyone just keeping it calm, cool and collected at the current moment through the S section. So head to the lead group here, so 1.2 seconds, nearly 1.3, so yeah, Donga will be under attack here from that Renault, championship leader currently. As he's going to try and obviously break the slipstream here, going to make Timat go the long way around here. You can just hang it around the outside, which you won't be able to do. So Donga hangs on for the time being, and BK and Stonetel are still continuing their battle. BK gets back ahead of him as Tao thinks about going down the inside again. Wonder what Curving's going to do here in P7. He just thinks better of it this time around. BK goes in way too deep, but manages to hang on. Quite a bit of a group forming there with BK, Stone Tower, Curving Texas, and Bot as well.
Yeah, Bot again in that position that he just doesn't need to be in.
Wonder if you'll consider maybe an early call for a strategy, or to come in early and get onto the newer tyres as quick as he can. But is Curving Texas going to make a move here on the Stone Tower into turn 1? Pretty even, but Curving does get the move now into 6th place. Now he'll start the chase after BK. Still be within that 1 second bracket.
Seems as BK gets a pen, seems like everyone's really just struggling to make any moves. It's a bit of a follow game at the moment.
Yes, Can't Do Crap is having an absolute meal over time at the back. So 7-4, one runner, one Haas at the front and one at the rear, not doing too well at the moment. But as Bot has made the move on Stone Tower even before the DRS.
Yeah, that'll be it's interesting. It's going to drive right up to the back of Curving, I think.
Still get the DRS, but one to be under attack is BK. That would have been a very late move there, but Curving does get the move done. Just shoves him a little bit wide there. That's all good, I think, as Alcatraz and Stone Towel keeping an eye on that battle as well. Stone Towel had managed to hang on, but Alcatraz should be up the inside here and takes the bollard and gets a 3-second time penalty for his trouble. That will hang it round the outside. Will Stone Towel. I think Curving and BK are switching around again. And I think Curving's got back past again, or he's, I can't actually remember, but he's got that move done. He's up into 5th place now, so he'll now have to chase up to Chich, who's another 3.7 seconds up the road. Here comes Bot Now, who's going to send it up inside of the turn 1. A little side by side through here. Played safe here, Bot yep. As Donga gets himself a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, I think we might need to go flick to the front. I have a funny feeling Tim Ant's about to get this done. I think he's had it enough in this.
Yep, he's right on the back of that Ferrari, and Chich is not too far behind here either, so he's got to try and get past Donga as quickly as he possibly can. And just try to pull away, maybe try to close that gap to KD's. Banana, it's a 3-second time penalty. Safety car has been deployed because Banana Cake pies out.
Yeah, that's on the exit of the uphill left after the S's. It's a really awkward corner.
Turns 9 and 10 by the look of it.
It's an easy one. Hopefully he'll stay not despawned by the time Banana comes around, but I have a funny feeling he'll be gone by then. But we'll wait and see.
Wait and see. So, this is going to bunch up everybody here. Does this change the strategy around a little bit as his car disappears? So,
yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if you see some hards. Someone's going to go to the end, give it a crack, and we'll see who it is.
Yep, race leaders in, and 2nd place, 3rd, 4th are in. I think everybody should be coming in.
Yep,
have to be a bit of double stacking here, Renault, as he gets a 5-second penalty for corner cutting.
So he's obviously going after the bollard, and that'll be yeah, an instant slap.
Don't be surprised if you see a few cars maybe get held up because there's a lot of traffic in pit lane.
Yeah, we're trying our best to find the best angles. Looks like Smeg's going to hold up BK, or BK's going to hold up Smeg, sorry.
Wait, hang on. KD has lost the lead here. He's back in 4th.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of places. So obviously the train's come through and it's just not timed out well for him because he's been jumped by Donga, Tim-Ant and Chich. And yeah, Donga's the big winner out of that. Tim-Ant goes to softs. Rock's okay, so Rock's going to the end.
Yep, that is definite.
I'd find it hard to believe the mediums are probably going to make it then, I guess, if everyone's doing it, but it must be, they're going to be very interesting. Tim-Ant's going softs, so Tim-Ant's going for it, as he always typically seems to do.
I wonder if he's predicting whether another safety car would be coming out. And I don't know what Curving and BK are going side by side under safety car here, but I have a funny feeling. I think Can't Do Crap may have come in, I think, just before the safety car or a little bit when the safety car came out. So I have a feeling that the Haas crew may not have been ready for when KD came in. So
yeah, that might be, if that's the case, that'll be it's probably the last thing you want to do to your teammate.
Yeah, not ideal to say the least anyway. So, but now KD's going to have to do a lot of hard work here to try and get back all those 3 spots that he lost. We should be going another lap here, as seriously I have no idea why Curving and BK go side by side on the safety car.
Yeah, they're really pushing it. I mean, if they have any contact, I'm sure they're going to both have an absolute whinge about it. So, it's just, yeah, it's a bit silly, but they're keeping it civil.
Yep. So we might be going one more lap, I would think, under safety car. Let's just wait till everybody catches up to being Banana, Josh, and Can't Do Crap. It sort of helps them a little bit as well, because they'll catch back up to the train.
Yeah, I think, I mean, actually, the amount of laps staying out, I think maybe these mediums will easily make it. So Tim-Ant may have made the wrong choice here.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see, but he will be on the fresher rubber later in the race. If he does, we assume he'll have to come back in again. But I was still under safety car. We haven't mentioned the multi the last couple of weeks.
No.
What was the multi this week for the Diamond tier?
Yeah, so multi-wise, give me a second and I can get it right up.
Yeah. A little bit of time to spare here.
Yeah. Our multi this week for Diamond is reserve driver to get a podium, Curving Texas to win at home, I know, ironically.
Yes.
Chich to bounce back with a top 5 finish, sure we can tick that one off at this point. And over 3.5 drivers to mention that track extension is PS. not sure how we're going to measure that one, but we can say I think we can just safely tick 3 and 4 off.
Yeah.
For now. But yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we might have to check on both the YouTube and Twitch streams to see whether any of them are coming in, or even afterwards in the chat. So safety car should be in this lap, I would think. I don't see why not. It wouldn't be, as it right queue. I seriously do not know what's going on with BK and Curving Texas, but they're going to have to settle back down into their normal positions. So majority of these drivers are on the mediums. Tim-Ant is on the softs, which we are a little bit puzzled by, but he will have the grip to start with after this safety car restart. So we definitely want to keep an eye on, and probably the Rock as well, who's gone to the hard compounded tyres, so you should be right, but it'll be interesting to see whether these mediums can get to the end of the race. So I think Donga is about to bring us to the restart. He is. So we're back under green flag racing, as apparently the pit window is open for the soft strategy. I don't know why is the case, but Timat straight away. Gonna look up the inside. No, not quite close enough there. As Alcatraz has actually got past Curving Texas on that restart. It's a great restart there for Alcatraz. So Curving may have been caught a little bit napping there. False equation, 3-second time penalty. Oh, Stone Tower's gone for a half spin. Just saved it in the end.
Yeah, so false. Stone Tower, the biggest loser, obviously out of the restart by the look of it. And Tim out Donga.
Oh, as the has gone around, that's KD.
Oh, it is. It's gone from bad to worse.
If his race can't get any worse, it just has now. And I think there was a battle off of the race lead. Tim had tried to get done at turn 11, but couldn't. He was on the wrong side, and now has obviously lost the lead back to Big Donga. He's trying his absolute best to try and get past him as quick as he can. Does he go for a send here? No, he's not quite close enough there. It's Chich just covering off, I think, BK.
Yeah, I think what's happened there is, I'm guessing Chich and KD have come together at some point, because KD's missing both end plates from either side.
Yeah. It looked like he may have just lost it coming out of turn 11 there and gone for a big spin, but yeah, it's very weird. We'll have to keep an eye on that, as apparently the pit window's open for the medium strategy, so nice graphics as always, AWS. But it is Dongan that's hanging on, only by the skin of his teeth at the moment. As KD comes into the lane, so as his teammates just put it into the wall, so Hassan not really having a great day, as a false equation may have had a little moment there, but the looks of things, he's dropped a couple of spots. There's plenty of people are rocking up the penalties here, so we may get that track limits around here totally BS, so that one definitely might be in a tick in the multi, that is for sure.
No DRS yet, but Timat having a look. And I think he's made the wrong choice, because he's definitely not exactly flying around or past Donga. And if they're going to have to box again, yeah, this is not going to work out for him. Chich, I think, can just sit and relax at the moment as Timat gets a little squirmy through left-hander.
Yeah, this is going to really lose him championship points. And, well, he's only leading by 1 point, so could literally swing back around in favour of Chich at the end of this race. As Stone Tower gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Lap 10 we go. It's pretty close between the top 5 as DRS is now enabled.
Yeah, top 5 separated by 1.7 seconds. And you can see yellow flags, 2 Hasses at the back, so it's gone horribly for the Americans.
I think that may have been can't do crap. They may have brought out the yellows there, but as he comes straight into the pit lane. And this is where Timat needs to try get past Donga as quick as he can. Within the DRS windows, Alcatraz gets a move to actually BK's had a moment and lost an end plate.
Oh, he has. Left front.
Not sure what's happened there, whether he's had contact with Alcatraz or something else.
Flick back towards the front. Timat, he's not got it done again.
No, he's too far back. Way too far back there to get past him, so he's going to have to try and work hard as the racing points switch around, obviously. The Smek gets ahead of BK. That wing damage as Banana Josh and Stone Tower fighting for the 10th place. Stone Tower literally sends it.
It's caught the end of Can't Do Crap going backwards through the first sector.
Yep. But, Banana Josh gets him into the top 10. There's more yellow flags that would have to be can't do, so he's literally showing off for the crowd here in the American team.
Yes, the medium pit window is now apparently open, so
yes,
yeah, lots of pit windows open everywhere.
So BK does come into the lane, obviously, for the change of front wing. As Bodhod and the Rock here. Is this possibly a change? Oh, don't go side by side through here. Good call there by the Rock. BK goes on the set of mediums. Cody literally tried everything to catch back up to this group. He really needs a safety car to catch back up, as many penalties are coming flying in here. Again, this race could be decided on penalties.
Yeah, and Tim Ant is a lot closer this time. This should be the one, I think. And Donga needs to consider he doesn't really need to fight this one. He's not racing Tim Ant at the moment.
Still going to hang it around the outside. Sorry, the inside, I should say.
Yeah,
Tim Ant can hang it on to the inside for this corner. There's a little bit of contact. You're going to still go side by side through here. I think Donga may actually hang on to this.
Yeah, gee, he's done well.
As Alcatraz is hanging on in front of Curving Texas. Just managed to hang on for the time being. Tim Ant again, very, very close here, but he loses the back end a little bit there. It's just not really quite close enough, as I assume that's can't do crap. That's the yellow flags.
Yep. Looks like Tim Ant doesn't have straight line speed.
Nope. But maybe someone who does is Curving Texas. Alcatraz is pushing him right to the tight line there, but Curving does get up into fourth, maybe. No, I'll take that back. Go side by side through here.
Yeah, and Alcatraz
this is not going to end well.
Curving held it strong, and it was Curving's line to take.
Smeg's got in the 7th spot. Meanwhile, the race, we have a new race leader, by the way.
Yeah, Tim Ant's got him somewhere in the S's.
Yeah. So he's got to go nuts here, basically. Got nearly half a second gap on Donga, but Donga, of course, will have the DRS. I'm using every single bit of overtake here. So he just literally closing a Ferrari power. Gonna try and send it up the inside into turn 12. He's continuing to go side by side through here as Tim Ant has the big lockup. Is Donga going to try send it? No, he's not really quite close enough there. Just lost the back end. He gets a little bit close, but won't have the better drive out of here. So Tim Ant hangs on for the time being.
Yeah, I think if Donga gives this some thought, he can save battery, take the tow, and hopefully get pulled away from Chich.
We're already 1.5 seconds clear. The next car, Donga goes for a spin. Don't spin in front of the traffic. What's happened there?
I think Alcatraz has dropped it by himself, just unbelievably at the same point.
Just done the exact same thing as what Donga's just did.
Well, we said he shouldn't have pushed, and maybe considered the idea of just sitting, and it's cost him the ultimate price. He's now in 9th position.
Yep. Don't think any of those two. I'm just checking. Donga doesn't seem to have any wing damage. I'll just check Alcatraz if I can get the right camera here, Codemasters.
Yeah, just give us a front angle.
We've got a front angle, not the... there we go. No, looks like his front wing's in pretty top shape there, so we pretty much survived that. So Tim Ant now got a 2-second gap now over his nearest championship rival, that being Chich, and Curving's propped himself up into 3rd spot here.
Yeah, and Bodhod, you can see now in 4th as well.
Yep.
As we'll go actually have a quick check of positions up even.
We'll go have a look as Donga gets back past Stone Tower, so he's trying a bit of a comeback here, back up into 8th spot now.
Yeah, so Smeg actually moving up 7 spots, and Bodhod Curving also up 5, Tim Ant up 3, Chich 1. Big losers obviously Donga and KD.
And BK as well, down 8 spots as well.
Yep.
So 2.23 second, 2.2 second gap between Tim Ant and Chich. Curving's just outside the 1 second window for the DRS, so really needs to close it in if he wants any chance. Remember, this could be the battle here for the race victory here. obviously you assume Tim-Ant has to come back in. He should probably definitely not go to the end on the soft compounder tyres.
Yep. I don't think there's a chance on earth he can do that. But yeah, we've got a championship leaders all in a fight now.
Yeah, well, Tim-Ant hasn't even used a second tyre compound either, so that probably pretty much ruins it as The Rock gets himself a 3-second time penalty. After all that, pretty much everything has settled down into a bit of a rhythm here.
Yeah. And The Rock playing himself nicely here because his tyres will come back to him towards the end. Only 5 seconds behind Chich, so you never know.
He should have plenty of grip up his sleeve for later on. We're basically halfway through this race now, so should have some grip for later on if the medium tyre compound runners do start to drop off a little bit. .7 seconds now, the gap. So this is coming down a little bit, so that probably is a sign that the softs may be starting to wear a little bit more around here.
Yeah, I think they're starting to struggle.
Curving, trying to get underneath that 1 second bracket just to get with the DRS. Just has a decent run through the S's, which didn't look like through there. The Rock just keeping within a second as well. Actually, Banana Josh as well. We haven't mentioned this. Obviously had the front wing damage early in the race.
Yeah, he's
playing himself nicely in the 7th spot here.
Yeah, he has actually. Very, very well. And even Donga, I think Donga, like time-wise, is actually catching the leader.
Yeah, definitely some speed to burn here. Although, how much life did he take out of the tyres with that spin?
Yeah, as I have the most intriguing camera angle of Banana Josh right now. I've never seen this one. I know what this is.
Can't do crap. Just had a spin at the front straight there and lost a bit more front wing. So the Haas is having an absolute incredible day.
Yeah, Smeg's got a bit crossed up at the end of second 2.
He's under attack here. The Rock and Banana was closing in as well, but I think he's just dropped away a little bit. Keep an eye on this battle for 5th and 6th as Alcatraz gets another 3-second time penalty. Mex going into the pit lane.
There you go.
Okay. So he obviously can't commit to going to the end of the race on the medium, so I wonder what tyres he's going to go on here. Looks like another set of the mediums.
So maybe there is a 2-stop here that we're not catching on.
Oh, Banana, we just spoke you up a little bit and he's just binned it into the wall and now got even more front wing damage. Put the commentator's curse on him, I think. Sorry, Banana. Josh.
It's be interesting to see. We'll go up and down the field. If anyone else boxes anytime soon, we know the 2-stop is, well, what everyone's going for, but it doesn't seem like anyone else has any interest in boxing yet.
No, not as yet, but just really the closest battle here is a battle for 9th and 10th as well as 7th and 8th, so keep an eye on those ones. They're quite a closest battle as Bananas just let both racing points go by, obviously with the front wing damage. So here comes Alcatraz on Jaish into turn 12 and gets into 9th spot there. The Alfa Romeo. And Stone Tower can't get any, couldn't get any closer to false equation. Gap at the front really starting to come down. It's nearly within 1 second, so Chich playing himself nicely into this.
Yeah, and curving's getting very close to 1 second as well, so it's getting spicy up the front.
Yep. Just dropped off a little tiny bit here, but if just keep within that 1 second, he can definitely put himself in a shot for the win, and obviously with the multi as well.
Bodhod's chalked up another 3 seconds. Not too sure how many that is for him. It's definitely at least the second time his name's popped up.
Yes, we'll probably have to keep an eye on that one, considering I got a little bit excited last week thinking he'd won the race, but turned out he finished in P3. So we're not falling for that mistake again 2 weeks in a row. And here comes Chich here on his championship rival. He's really closing in at a rate of knots here. We'll try to go around the outside here.
Oh,
It's close between these two. If you hang it here, you have the inside line as there's contact between the two championship contenders. I wonder how Timant will go fight back here. No, doesn't play any silly games there, but Chich goes into the race lead here.
yeah, so Timant's strategies, I mean, yeah, it's fallen apart, really.
Yep.
You would think if he was two-stopping, or had intended to two-stop, he'd already have boxed by now, but as he boxes right now.
Feeling that was a late call there. I don't think he was planning on coming in, but I don't think he's had really any other choice here. So he should go onto a set of mediums, I would think, to the end of the race. We'll have speed to burn, obviously. Where's he going to pop himself into here? Can't do crap, having an absolute fantastic race. So he's going to probably be behind, just in front of the racing points.
Yeah, so 19 seconds behind the lead. Interesting.
We'll see how that plays out here. It's 1.1 seconds between Chich and Curving, Texas. So it's pretty much just stayed stable, that gap there. This goes a little bit down and a little bit back up again, so it's not quite in that DRS window here. These two look like they're pulling away from Bodhod in P3.
Yeah, I think Bodhod's best hope will be P3 at this rate.
Well, he will have fast flying. We assume a fast flying Rock in P4 on the hard compounded tyres.
Yeah, another 10 laps on those mediums. I'm actually really starting to wonder whether that's even possible.
Well, I think strap yourselves in, folks. I think we're going to be in for an interesting battle. Chich locks up there into the final corner as there's a Ferrari around in the S section there, so his race is really going downhill now.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate for Donga.
As Stone Towel comes into the pit lane as well.
There you go. So there's the second one to blink. And you'll assume this is for softs.
I would assume. Have a quick check. Yes, it is a softs and a change of front wing, so he just might have had a minor bit of front wing damage.
Yeah.
This is the time where Curving needs to pounce here. He's now got it under a second. That gap at the front here. He does get DRS, but he loses the backhand coming out of turn 11 there. Again, just not really quite close enough here.
Yeah, no, the DRS saved basically his 3/10 mistake. So it's not it's not horrible, but if they are going to box again, you'll want to get real close and maybe try jumping in the lane. Keep a note on Timant. Timant is now 18 seconds, so he's closing ever so slightly.
So he's jumped Jaish as well as the Smeg. Smeg's got by Jaish into turn 12 and up into 9th place as Can't Do Crap is out of the Grand Prix.
Yeah. As there's Curving, bang. So there you go, the two-stop.
Oh, virtual safety car.
Oh,
so
brilliant play.
He's played this perfectly.
Yep, so Curving.
Bodhod is going to come in as well.
So Curving's going to easily be in the lead.
Yep, softs for Curving. I think nearly everybody's going to come in here and take advantage of this VSC.
Yep, so Chich is going to be the one who's going to lose out the most.
As Stone Tower to try through penalty speeding under virtual safety car.
Yeah, it's not what you want.
Though saying that, you noticing this? It does getting a little bit cloudy
Yeah.
here.
It's looked like rain on my screen even. Gee, it's got real dark and all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's gone dark very, very quickly. We don't actually know what the weather forecast was.
No.
Could a little bit of wet weather maybe spice things up for these latter stages of the race.
Yeah, and even with the VSC, it's only gained him actually a 5-second maybe gap, really. So he hasn't exactly benefited as much as I thought. I thought he'd get a half-free pit stop, but it's only helped him out about 25%.
Right, so Bot is trying to get past Specs. Specs just trying to break the slipstream, but it's no use, unfortunately. Much grippier tyres and up the inside into 5th place now. Now, what do you do here at the two Renault boys? Obviously, they're both on relatively fresh rubber. As actually, you will hold that thought for a second. That I think Bot may hang on ahead of Smeg.
Yeah, and
what do you do here in terms of the Renault boys here?
Yeah, so I think, you probably have to let Bodhod go if he's got the pace. But I'm sure Tim Out won't exactly want to do that. But we asked the question last week. We'll see. We'll get an answer very quickly now. But also, key to note, Chich hasn't boxed, so I think Chich is going to go to the end.
It's a 12-second gap between he and Curving Texas. Hang on. Yeah, 13-second gap, actually. So if he's praying for, if there's any rain on the forecast, he'd be hoping and praying that the rain comes and comes fast. Otherwise, the gap will slowly but surely come down. We actually might be starting to pull away from the rock, actually, as Banana Josh has gone for another spin.
We'll even actually go on board for a sec with Chich, just have a look, see if this car's squirming or even struggling at all.
Ooh, there's a little squirm just then.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, just out of the slow. Yeah. So it might be just out of the slow corners, maybe. We'll see what it's like through the. Not too bad, as Banana Josh is having fantastic races. False Equation gets himself into 10th, and I don't think Katie's doing anything silly here. Although Donga and False might be having a bit of say into that, as Donga sends it up the inside into turn 12. As Curving Texas, no surprise, gets the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, and he's found 2.5 seconds in 2 laps as Curving, so it's going to be close.
And the Renaults have just switched themselves around, so Bodhot with the quicker soft tyres has got ahead of his teammate Tim out there. So 6.4 seconds between Chich and LaRock. Another 3.5 seconds between he and Curving Texas.
Yeah, Chich's save here might be that LaRock could even hold him curving up for half a lap. That may be enough.
No sign of any rain as of yet. Still pushing on as Banana's a safety car.
Oh, wow. Where was that? Has he put that in the wall on purpose? I hope not.
I don't know. Where the heck is his car?
I can't see it on track.
No. As Chich is going to take advantage of this.
Yeah, so Chich, I mean, this really benefits no one, realistically, because everyone gets a free set of tyres. I think Chich might have had Curving covered, if I'm being completely honest with you. And I think Rock was going to get third no matter what. So I think this is almost a stalemate. Curving will take the lead. And Bodhod will even get Chich, maybe Tim Ant. Oh, it's going to be close.
I think Chich may have third.
He has just. So the championship contenders magnetise back to each other, so that's fantastic for us.
Yep.
And Smeggy back up in the 5th now. Rock. Well, Rock, if anything, has probably had the best pace since the first safety car on the hards, so we'll see what his true pace is.
Yep.
We might even take a chance to check some pens.
Let's have a look. So, Curving is on 2 warnings. So he's close to a penalty. Bodhod has 1, 2, 3 penalties. Chich has 1 penalty. So again, this could be decided on penalties again. Timant only on 2 warnings. Smeg has 1, 2, 3 penalties. Rock has 1, 2, 3 penalties. Jaish has 1 penalty on the brink of a second. Alcatraz 1, 2, 3, 4 penalties. Donga 1, 2, 3 penalties. And False Equation got 2, 3, 4 penalties. Look outside the top 10 as well. BK 1, 2, 3, 4 penalties. KD has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 penalties. And Stone Towel has 1, 2, 3 plus a drive. I don't know if he's done the drive-through or not. So
yeah, I'd say so. I think it's been over 3 laps. Probably would have been disqualified by now.
Probably true. Although maybe safety car may have saved him. I'm not sure. So
that is actually a good point. But we're going to get a 4-lap shootout of the 4. Realistically, the 4 title contenders. This is going to be great.
The one that is going to take probably a big advantage of this is probably Chich, because obviously Timant on 5-lap-old mediums, and you look at obviously fresh softs for Chich, it's going to be absolutely flying here, and will probably, if not, gain some points, if not take the championship lead back, as False and Donga have continued their little battle by the looks of things.
Yeah, I'm amazed, honestly, that even though Timant probably would have given up 2 spots, I'm amazed he hasn't come in for the softs. But he always seems to like to alternate his strategy to everyone else. He never seems to be... I mean, I can't for the life of me remember a race where he's been on the normal strategy. So, but it works for him, so, who are we to judge it, I guess.
Yes, exactly. So, it's, Timant on 5-lap-old mediums, Smeg's on 7-lap-old mediums, and Jaish is on 17-lap-old mediums. So, probably a little bit surprised he hasn't come in and taken some fresh rubber.
Yeah, he'll be, that's not going to be good. I can see an accident or 2 coming from that one.
Yeah, but there's 5 guys that have obviously, they put on fresh softs 3 laps ago. So it'll be interesting to see what the pace is like. So at the moment, obviously, I think Curving will win the race because he hasn't got a penalty.
Yep.
Actually, yeah, Timad could take full advantage here because I think the 2 in front have penalties. So as the safety car is going to come in this lap.
Yeah, Timant just needs to finish within 3 seconds of Chich, and I mean that's really all he cares about probably at this point.
Yep.
Bodhod's
that one,
going to fall down the field, obviously.
Yeah, but that 1 point advantage in the championship will take any points he can get here. Especially as we head to, I think Vietnam is next week, if I'm not mistaken. So
sounds about right. Yep.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting first time around there. So Curving's got full control of this field. And you think he's going to bolt? He's actually bolted here, very much so. Nice restart, although don't run too wide down to the final corner. He's actually nailed this restart as we go back green flag racing. Is Chich going to send it into turn 1? No, not quite close enough here on Bodhod, as Rock is going to take advantage of this up into 5th spot now. And, well, any of the soft compound tire runners, Jace is obviously dropping like an absolute fly because he's on very old medium tyres.
Yep, he'll struggle through those S's. Make sure everyone gets around in BK, making sure he doesn't trip up over him.
Yes. Oh, there's contact between those 2, and Jace has gone around.
Yep. Yeah, that was almost inevitable.
Yep. Curving is already nearly that 1 second gap. We was, but it's just gone back again. So, but what? Obviously, you won't have DRS until what would be either second to last or the last lap even.
Yeah, lap 27. Yeah.
Yeah. So at least go a couple of laps to try curving Texas to try and bolt as Alcatraz is. Where on earth is he?
He's well off at the end of the back straight. I know him and Smeg were battling. I could see it flicking, but that wouldn't explain why he's that deep.
That is very real. I don't think I've ever seen a car that far in at turn. Where's that turn 12?
That's an interesting one. And there's rain on the screen now.
Yes, there is actually. So I wonder if that safety car didn't come out with we might have actually got away with it here. But this is now going to throw a spanner in the works here. Who's got the pace in these sort of conditions? Rock gets by Tim F of P4.
Yeah, Rock flying. He's the man with pace. But I don't think anyone's going to box. I think it'll just be hang on and get going.
We'll wait and see as Chich is trying to get past Bodhot as quick as he can, although the gap is 1.3 seconds between Curving and Bodhot. As Donga is recovering a little bit sideways out of the corner there, but I think he does get the move ahead of Smeg. And BK's in this. Oh, God, Racing Points are going to maybe surround the Ferrari here. I could see this getting ugly. BK up the inside of his teammate. Oh, he's hit Donga as well. Smeg takes full advantage of that.
Yeah,
I don't think Donga was pretty happy with that one. Stonetel, where does he come from in all this? Donga sends up the inside of Stonetel, pushes him a little bit wide, and BK trying to go around the outside here. I think he's got back past Stonetel. That's a great chopper shot here. Oh, this is going to get ugly. Stonetel going to go very, very wide there. These two are still going side by side. DRS is now enabled. The rain may be getting a little bit heavier here. We don't actually know. Tao's going to send it up the inside of the turn one. There's a little bit of contact, but doesn't quite have the drive out of here. And Katie's not too far behind. Oh, no, said that too soon.
Yeah, that's this one. This was his. It really was his race, and it's pit stops killed him. And yeah, it's not good.
Oh dear, oh dear. So the American not having fun here in his home race. But 2.4, so someone was around.
Oh,
Chich is around.
Wow. Well, that's huge. And he's going to get swarmed by everyone.
A bit close there for the rejoin, but he's dropped a bunch of spots. He's back into 8th. He may actually drop back into 9th here if Stone Tauki him. So maybe the conditions are maybe just starting to get a little bit wet here.
Yep.
Oh, dear. The Racing Points don't collide, please. You've already collided once this season, boys, I think.
Oh, and BK's off and into the gravel. It's all happening.
It's literally all happening. So maybe the weather may have something to do with this. Chich has got himself back up into 6th place somehow. But Curvy, he's got that 2.5 second gap over Bodhod. At this rate, he will still win the race. Because I don't think I've seen him pop up with a 3-second time penalty. So Rock is really closing in here as we're on the final lap here. Everything's happened all at once.
Yeah, and Tim Ant's mediums are probably going to be the worst off at the moment on this sort of condition, as is Smegs, and Jay Schick on 20-lap-old mediums must be having a horrible time.
Yes. You might just be hoping and praying that a lot of guys in front of him have got penalties so he can just get a top 10. That'd be his only hope here. 3 seconds as KD goes back into the pit lane, obviously, for that front wing damage, and retires from the race. So, it's been a terrible day all round for the Haas crew.
Yeah, I'll have a look at Wadhod and Rock. I think
Rock's
DRS,
closing in here.
I think DRS is still active, so I think Rock's going to get a good run here.
Yeah, it still is. So even though the weather conditions starting to look pretty horrible, it's still got the DRS. And I think he should get P 2 here in any minute, although Bot hard put up much of a fight here. This could be still decided on penalties. I think Donga's also getting a move done as the rock gets very sideways.
Yeah, he's going to keep it on the island.
Oh, around the outside, not quite there enough. And I think Donga's got by Tim Ant.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
Chich
wrong.
going for a big move. And it's not worked out. Somehow, I think he's survived all of that.
Yeah, he wants Tim Ant, I think, and it's going to cost him.
We'll have to wait and see, but
He's
Rock, I
about
don't
to
know,
lift.
we'll have enough here, but round the final corner, it is going to be Curving Texas that will take the victory here at the US Grand Prix at a multi, and that has definitely worked. To the line, Bot does get just on the line ahead of the Rock there, only by a 10th. And Tim-Ant gets himself in the second spot after all of that.
Yeah, so Tim Ant's the huge winner there. Bodod third, both Renos on the podium, Rock fourth, Chich fifth is probably a lucky outcome considering what happened at the end of the race for him. Donga in sixth, Smeg a big nod in seventh with the strategy he had that was not exactly optimal. Tao lucky to not be in the fence. False in ninth, BK in 10th. He obviously had a pens everywhere. Jay Schick just, fell like a rock through water in the end.
Yep.
And Alcatraz will bring it home, and I think he's going to go through the pits just to waste my time. And takes out the board. And 5 seconds speed lane. Speed lane, nice. Speeding in
Pit lane speeding.
penalty.
We got there in the end. No surprise driving it today, Curving Texas. Oh, the diamond tier never fails. It always amazes me, the incredible racing. So how are we looking in the multi, by the way?
Yeah, so multi-aspect, I think we are going to fall short. I don't think anyone who's a reserve got on the podium. So that'll fall.
No.
Yeah, that will
Yeah,
fall.
fortunately.
But everything else will actually. Curving Texas does take the win at home. Chich does bounce back for a top 5 finish. And I can guarantee you that over 3.5 drivers mentioned that track extension was BS.
Yes.
But as you can see, Texas, nice. Tim Ant will finish second, Bodhod third, Rock fourth, Chich fifth, Donga sixth, Smeg seventh, Tao in eighth, False and BK rounding out the 10. And we went through it before, so I don't think I'll need to go through it again. But KD retiring on the second last lap, he probably thinks he could have won this, and he probably could have. Banana did fight through really well through the middle stint, as did Banana and Can't Do Crap. Well, Can't Do Crap had a bit of a struggle, shall we say. But while we get some people in to have a chat, I'll bring the stream back soon. Alright, welcome back everyone. Same podium as last week, and actually the exact same order, which I would thought was actually not the case. But we'll start with the same driver as last week, Curving. Back-to-back wins. A win at home, I guess you could say, according to the multi. Run me through it.
Yeah, I guess just, pace wasn't too bad, obviously. Didn't quite get my final quali lap in. So I was down in like P8, but wasn't too bad. Then just, kind of wasn't, the first, when we were all a group early on, no one was really, chopping and changing too much. A few drivers ended up spinning, obviously. Early safety car, so that forced everyone, made everyone come into the pits there, which, kind of made the people on the mediums and stuff probably a little bit, hurt their strategies more than us soft runners at the front. Then, after that, obviously, it was just try and stay consistent and keep going on. Obviously, Tim went on to the softs for that middle stint, which was obviously different. Then the rain came, which I did predict that it would, but no one believed me before the race. But then so that rain started to. The last stint, I think I was always going to come into the pits again, but the VSC came out like perfect timing for me. I just wanted to try and jump Chich.
Yep.
And then I got that, and then obviously the safety car came out next lap, but we won't talk about what happened with that safety car for now anyway. But so I knew I didn't have any penalties. I knew a few people around me had penalties, so obviously fairly fresh softs and stuff. And then just trying to bring it home. Obviously, once it did start to rain a little bit, I knew I'd have a lot of grip still with those softs. Obviously, really only like the last maybe lap or so, it really started to hurt the tyres. But just trying to stay consistent and fairly clean. Had a nice battle there with Alcatraz. Don't know how either of us didn't die though, to be fair. But pretty happy with the win there, and that definitely will pull me back in right up with the championship there. So
I think that puts you very close to third, or maybe you might be third now. I'm not 100% certain. What I can be sure of is that Tim Ant extends his lead at the front. You had a bit of not a quiet race, but just sort of did your strategy and let everything else fall around you. Run me through it.
So everything sort of fell into my hands towards the end, but to get there it wasn't a pretty road. Obviously, I clearly went to the wrong edge. I was really banking on a second safety car, because last week we had what was it, three or four safety cars, and they're all about 10 lap intervals. So I was like, all right, I could probably pull out another soft stint in there in the middle. Clearly it didn't pan out, and then had to go on late to the mediums, and then heading into the rain with 11 lap old mediums when everyone else was on 3 lap old softs. That really was a struggle. I was dropping like a stone through the field. Donga passed me, the Rock passed me. It was all going bad. And as soon as I saw Chich round, my eyes lit up. My day was made. I was just trying to hold it on, make sure I didn't lose any more spots, and then fortunately everyone ahead had time penalties.
I mean, you big benefit obviously of that, but again, as you said, the real important thing for you is Chich obviously behind you, and you extend your lead. And actually, we talked about it last week out in the stream. Bodhod, you guys said you'd always just do the right thing, and you guys swapped it around. Bodhod, want to run me through your race as well?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of trust that he'd let me go at the end there because I think we're both sensible enough. Might have cost me a P2 in the end without the safety car, but the safety car did happen, so we can't even call that. But it's good that we both ended up on the podium because that's a super result. Yeah, Tim did well to keep it clean, even if he was not on the idle strat. In terms of my race, I think I qualified like P10 or something, so it wasn't fantastic.
Yeah, another week.
Validated a good lap. Yeah, it's not the first time, and it will definitely not be the last time. So yeah, I've always been a lot more confident in my race pace, so it was just about kind of making up a few more positions again. On the first safety car, I only got shafted a bit because I was riding behind, I think with BK and curving, and I got a 5-second for cutting the like the pit lane entry, you know, that little like plane bit. I got a 5-second for running off that, and then yeah, the game made me serve it after having to wait another 3 seconds because Tim pit in front of me. So that put me down from like effective P5 to like P11, and then that's when I got that's when I got 2 of my 3 penalties, just trying to get back up to the top 5, like just trying to push really hard and get track position back. Ultimately, it's good to get up into that battle again, but the penalties ended up costing me a P2. Same deal as last week, came across the line and dropped up a spot. But I mean, it could have been a lot worse. There were lots of guys with good pace, and I just kind of managed to keep myself out of trouble for the most part. And yeah, at the end, I knew I probably didn't have the pace for curving, so it was kind of just looking behind as much as I could, just trying to push, and try to somewhat stick with curving. I saw Tim kind of start behind me and then kind of fall back through, so I was hoping that he kept it clean enough as well, and turns out he did. So personally, it's a good race to get on the podium again, and for the team, it's really good to have another double podium. So yeah, really enjoyed that one, particularly the first kind of 15 laps where we had a really spicy battle, like kind of 4 or 5 cars, 6 cars right in the thick of things. So that was really enjoyable, probably one of the best kind of on-track stuff we've had this season. And unfortunately, the virtuals and the safety cars at the end kind of ruined that, like just kind of halting the momentum, putting people on different strats. So yeah, it was a fun one overall though, so I'm happy.
Question for all of you, and then we'll probably let it wrap up and you guys can head off. Vietnam, you guys, any laps yet or anything at all of any kind around there yet?
A little bit, not a fan.
I did a career mode race with no setup a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to do very well around there, but
he says that every week,
I'll
so
just cop shit. I'll just cop shit anyway. I can't go without saying that. Apparently I'm too good. So
I think it would be a bit of a Baku on steroids, because like it's a similar kind of thing, just kind of a tunnel of wall, but then people are unfamiliar and there's a lot more kind of
Speed.
fast turny stuff, because Baku is pretty much all 90 degrees, so at least you can kind of predict the corners. Whereas Vietnam, just because people are unfamiliar, I think we're going to see a lot of front wing changes. Personally, I'm not really a fan of the layout. Like the first 2 sectors I find just have not really much flow, so I'm going to need to do a fair bit more practice than I normally do, which is not very much. So it'll be an interesting race. I think we'll just be back keeping it clean.
Yeah. Sorry,
can I ask a question as well, just before we go?
Yeah.
To these two. Obviously, good result for your team. 2nd and 3rd there. Again, can I ask what it's like to have a teammate that finishes, or at least starts a race anyway, but I mean, finishes races? Just want to put an ad out there in case there's anyone that wants to. No, I'm joking.
Who is your teammate, Kirby? Just out of curiosity. Oh, okay.
Mate, this is like so typically Red Bull, just like one driver and the other one just gets shafted.
That's all you need.
You interviewed me and you said, "Are you the number 1 driver?" I said, "Yes, I'm the number 1 driver." So Helmut Marko's just gone and gotten rid of the 2nd driver, as we don't need it anymore, apparently.
So it's a waste of petrol costs.
Yeah,
Exactly. In terms of Renault, we have a harmonious relationship, just like Fernando Alonso will probably have next year. So,
this isn't gonna last long.
Yeah. No comment. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go, and Roscoe can sign us off.
Yeah, I don't know where we go from there. So at the Master Tier, where myself and Tao will probably be hoping we survive again, as always. That's tomorrow night. US, whatever, Purple Tier, I think it is there as well. And then starting next Monday is, well, obviously the blue tier where we go around Vietnam, and yellow tier on the Wednesday. If, of course, I don't know whether we'll start on time because lovely Codemasters like to do online maintenance at the worst times. But we'll be all back again. We might have the same podium next week. You never know at Vietnam. But yeah, well, we'll see you then. Goodbye.